Do you know why? Because I mean, wow, he feels so proud.
Welcome to CLF Christ House. Stay tuned as you receive today's message.
I'm too gifted to be limited in this particular place.
All right, so it's in Hebrews 9. Check. Is it Hebrews 8? Check, please check. Hebrews 9:16. Give me passion. Give me amplified. Let's do King James. Can we do King James first?
Yes.
Then do King James, yes.
Yes, please. Hebrews chapter 9.
Please listen. Listen. English, listen. Who has P Bible? Himself, everyone. Just have P Bible. Okay, so Hebrews 9:16. The tree, yes.
For where there is a testament,
For where there's a testament.
there must also of necessity be the death of the testator.
Yes. So the testament is the will. Alright? The testator,
Testator.
whatever, but that way. Is the person who made the will. Right?
Yes, sir.
So when you say testament, you're talking about will. When you say testament, you're talking about what?
Will.
Yes. When you talk about will, you're talking about what? Testator. Oh, the testament, sorry, testament. And the testator is the one who writes the will, or who makes the will, or who decides that now, when I die, when I'm no more, this goes to this, goes to this, goes to that. And sometimes I don't understand why the man does the will and not the woman. Because the women are always expecting that the man to die first. Wonderful. So what is it? Yes, finish it.
17. For a testament is in force after men are dead.
Yes, the testament is in force. So the testament is not in force when the person is still alive. The technical, that's what it looks like. But people break that order. Yeah? And that's the story of the prodigal.
Yes, sir.
Broke the order.
Yeah.
Alright?
Yes, sir.
Should I say this as part of teaching, preaching? Is this? You see the story of the prodigal. I think I share a little bit about it for those of you online. Probably you heard me say. It's very powerful. When you read it, you can just read it like that. It's a very powerful story. Until you understand the culture, you didn't appreciate the story. Yeah. And this should be a nugget. Until you appreciate the church culture, until you appreciate the kingdom culture, you will not have understanding. Is that what I said?
Yes, sir.
No, you don't understand the story, sorry. Yeah? So until you understand the kingdom life, you will not appreciate the gospel life. Whichever way you put it. Or the gospel story. I think I love that way. So, when the man left, that young man left, told whatever the father, and then left. I hope you are listening to me.
Yes, sir.
And he spent everything. And he decided to come back home. It was a tough decision that the guy made. It was not easy decision. Apart from his own pride, trying to defeat his own pride and come. Those ones were not an issue. I feel what was a big issue was the fact that there was a cultural system in the Jewish culture that when a child does that and is returning home, there's a practice called gezaza, something like that. Gezaza. And then in that culture, when a child like this leave home and then decide to come back home, before he gets to the city or he gets to the town, the women in the village, almost all the women in the village, will gather a pot, or will have a pot each. And then when they see the child, that prodigal or whatever stubborn child coming, they will run and meet that son or that child, and they will all break their pot to signify how his life looks like. In other words, they curse him before he gets to the city. So it was not easy. Breaking of the pot means that your life is broken, you are useless, you are hopeless, it can never be well with you ever. All the women, it's not even the men, all the women breaking pot. It means that your destiny, your life, whatever it is, has come to an end. You are broken, you are destroyed, your life has no meaning again. That is why when the father was up there and he saw the son coming from afar, he had to outrun, he has to run and meet him before the women meet him and break the pot. Because when he break the pot, he will not be accepted anymore. His life has been shattered. He has no hope, there's no life, there's no joy, there's no glory. So the father had to go ahead so that that tradition will not be done, because he still loved the son. Do you understand? So if you don't understand, there are more. If you don't understand some of these things, you will not appreciate why the father did that. And I'm talking about Father's Day. This is what I'm talking about it. Because sometimes you may have a mindset towards God. Because you are going through whatever it is, sometimes you don't understand. And Lord, I am aging, but the way I see myself, I'm not too sure whether I can get there. You have prayed. And let me tell you something, for those of you who are praying, trusting God, and look as if the situation is the same, I can guarantee, let me say this confidently to you, don't stop praying. In fact, don't even drop the level of your prayer. Because what the Lord is about to do, you need that moment, you need that prayer momentum to sustain you when that time comes. Are you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I was Pastor Evans and we were talking, he said something. He said, hey, that the praise you have prayed and still these things are happening. If you had not prayed?
Okay.
The praise we prayed is what has sustained us when you feel like giving up, you don't give up. So if you did not pray those prayers, so for those of you who enjoy social media an hour, you can pray for an hour, you know how the future looks like. The Lord will indeed bless you, but as to whether you can sustain the blessing is another thing. Yes. Because any blessing comes with attraction.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, some time ago I was making fun of this, but I can't. There's some kind of truth in it. When people call me bishop, I say, my friend, drop that bishop before I begin to encounter bishopric demons. The higher you go, they say the cooler it becomes. How many of you have sat in the plane before?
And they drink drink.
The higher you go, they say the cooler it becomes. It's very interesting. One day I was on the plane and I asked myself, does it rain at all where we are, the altitude where we are? I begin to contemplate on that. Above the clouds. Above the clouds, there are serious storms. Yes, sir. Below the clouds, you just experience the rain. So then I realized that that storm is not necessarily in the clouds, it's above the clouds. Maybe I might be wrong, the scientists will prove more. I don't know, I'm just saying that. If you sit in the plane and they open one of the windows, they open it, they break it and open it. It's not going to be well. I mean, we'll find ourselves flying in the opposite direction. But I believe that it's going to be crazy. Because sometimes when you're up there, you see the glass, you see some patches of ice outside. So the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. So if the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. What you are wearing now, try and wear it when you are out there, you can see. So I'm saying that, listen, this is an encouragement to you. I'm just advising you as a father figure. Is this? If there's anything that you are doing for the Lord, you must do it. But the time is going to come, and that's what is going to sustain you. I'm going to tell you. I'm telling you, better listen.
That's right.
No, so all of you today, you have not come to work. The things I've gone through and I've survived, you have not been through that. Some of you have been through something, don't get me wrong. But the point is that in this journey, things you have heard, things you have gone through, things you have seen, is just so powerful. So they say something to you, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'll say to you, listen, stop wasting your time on certain things and focus. Pray. You know, some of you sitting here, there are certain dreams you have. You shouldn't have it. You should just put it in the chop box somewhere. When you go and write and minds have chewed, it's not a problem. But I'm trying to say that there are certain things that you are looking at. That thing is not even looking at you. You are looking at things that is not looking at you.
Wow.
Have you been there where sometimes this person, so this is my spiritual father, this is my spiritual mother, this is my this, and the spiritual mother doesn't even know that you are a spiritual daughter. And this is a spiritual daughter, spiritual fathers and mothers. They say, "Oh, that is my spiritual daughter. That's my spiritual." And then ask, who mentors you? The person is standing there. Like, let's say, Dorothy is standing there. Dorothy is telling me, Mercy is a spiritual daughter. You understand? He had told me behind the scenes. And then I come, Mercy, who is your spiritual mother? He's right in front of him.
Right,
I go
yeah.
share them. So they don't even know they are doing they have any relationship. It's things like that. Alright. So the point, whatever you are chasing, I don't know whether that thing is still looking at you. You are looking at things that is not looking at you. Then tell me where you are going then. Is it Stephanie? And then Stephanie tells me to confidence. The next 2 years, they're 17 years. Then he said, 20 years, I want to get married.
Stephanie.
I know.
You don't know it is.
I know when you tell me, your brother will laugh. And you say, hey! Your mom will be like, what did you just say? Do you know what you are saying? He said, what did you just say? 20 years. Where? Who? When? How? Is it not a good thing to get married?
Yes, sir.
But at that time, that season we find ourselves, what you are saying, it doesn't make sense. That's no vision, that's no focus. Put it in the chop box. Or put it in a microwave, or put it somewhere in the fridge, and just nowadays that people are freezing their eggs. Freeze it somewhere. Freeze that. Some of the vision you have, you must freeze it. You don't go freeze their egg to give birth later. And some companies, they pay you for that. Freeze doesn't mean that you take your egg and put it in the freezer. You are giving some injection and medication. Take some medication to freeze that. But don't worry, the first time I heard that, I thought, oh, really? So how long will this thing be in the freezer for? Yeah, it's very important. Please, feel like you are sinning. Feel like you are sinning if you stay on other irrelevant things more than you spend time